Hello viewers, today we are doing another pick a card reading, and to start with, our topic today is what should I do to become victorious. So to start with, we have pile number 1, that is this card. This person is lifting up his hand, and along with that we have this key. So if you're attracted to this picture or to the charm, you can go for this pile number 1. So whichever pile draws you the most, you attracted to it without much thinking, and you know that is your pile. You can select more than one also. This is another picture. Here you can see this person. He is sitting and thinking, and you can see his he might be thinking about some of the his life. And we have this charm, that is a tree, evergreen tree. This is the second pile. Then we have the third pile. The third pile is Devi Durga along with this charm. So if you're attracted to this picture or to the charm, you can go for pile number 3. This is pile number 3. Then we have our next pile, that is this scenery, beautiful scenery of a place, and along with that we have this angel. So if you're attracted to this picture or to this angel, you can go for this pile, that is this is pile number 4. Then we have pile number 5. This is this old man who is walking, and along with that we have this cat charm. So this is pile number 5. And lastly we have our pile number 6, that is this person. You can see a lot of construction here and a person here and this beautiful butterfly here. So if you're attracted to this picture or to the pile, charm, you can go for this 6 pile, this 6 number pile. So you can take your time. I will give you a close-up so that you can pause and see which pile you are attracted or which pile you are drawn to the most, and whichever pile you are drawn to the most, that is your pile. So I will see you in the reading. Hello pile number 1. So whoever has selected this key along with this picture of this person lifting up his hand, so this is your group. This is pile number 1. So for pile number 1, we are going to see what you need to do to become victorious. So I will see you with the cards. Hello pile number 1. So whoever has selected this picture along with this key for today's reading, so this is your cards today. So get started with the first card. So here we got this card, that is the card of King of Wands here, and along with that we got here the card of Page of Pentacles here. So here you need to be bold, you need to be act like a leader here, because here you need to have that inspiration. You need to be an inspiration to become victorious. That is, you need to be in this energy. You can see this person very bold, he's acting like a leader. See he has this power. So you need to have that power. You need to act. You need to come into this energy where you actually feel that power, you have that boldness in you, you have that leadership quality in you, and you also act like an inspiration. So you need to be in that energy to become victorious. You need to have that confidence here. You need to have that. You should be searching for knowledge here. You can see this person, he is holding this coin, so you need to actually have that confidence that you can become victorious. You need to actually work for that. You need to be aware, and you need to search for knowledge. You need to search for ways in which you can become successful, you can become victorious. You need to be aware and awaken here. So here you should not blindly believe what is there in this theoretical, whatever is there in theory. You should be observing here what is happening, and you need to you should not blindly believe a theory. You should look for and observe everything here, and you need to observe everything in and around here to become successful. You might have to actually go through some suffering here, and there might be some betrayal which you might have to face, and there might be some crisis situation which you need to let it go. You need to come out of that energy here, because sacrifice and challenges and betrayal, it is all part of this journey. So you need to come out of that energy. You need to let it go. If you want to become victorious, you might have to go through a lot of challenges here. So here it is a matter of fact approach. You need to have that approach in a problem. You need to find out what is actually there in a situation. You need to find what is the practical experience here. You need to find out what is actually happening. That is about practical experience. You need to face it so that you can become successful. That is all those sacrifices what I'm talking about here. All the sacrifices which you have to suffer here, it is because here you want to get that experience here. So practical experience is also important here, because suffering and all those sacrifice and betrayal, it is giving us experience here, so that your experience will help you. So you need to have that approach, that you want to gain that experience, you want to observe, and that experience of yours, practical experience of yours will help you. So you need to be observing yourself in and around here. Everything you need to observe. You need to have that experience in your life to become successful. That is, you need to have that approach that is quite looking for and observing everything. That approach you need to have. Look for and observe, and that is the approach you need to have here. So the next card, that is this card of Three of Cups. You can see these people, they are together here sharing their cup of love here. You can see here. So here you also need to be in this energy where you are sharing your cup with others. That means you are trying to make friends, you are socializing, you are celebrating, and also you're trying to make friends, be creative, you're trying to be in your community and celebrate. That is, in short, we can say that you are trying to socialize. So socializing might be very important if you want to become victorious, if you want to become successful in your life. So that is one important part which you need to consider. And you also need to start beginning your work here. You need to see this bird. Actually, you can see this bird is actually trying to fly. It's not actually trying to fly, but it's just the position before flying. So you also are in that. You need to come out of that energy where you're taking rest. You need to actually see this bird about to start flying. So you also need to start working actually. That is ready, steady, and go. So that is the energy you need to come into. You need to start beginning. Beginning is very important. So you need to start beginning your work. You need to be spontaneous. You need to have that innocence, and you need to start, and you need to get set, go, be ready. It's a journey, and you don't need to think about what others are thinking about you. You should not doubt yourself about your abilities, that others might judge you. So you are not starting because others might judge you. So that is not, and you should not do that. You should not think about what others might say about you, because here others anyhow they always say. So you should not consider what they are saying, because here you need to start working. So this energy, that is, you need to come into this energy where you actually start working and you start beginning your work. And you also need to, you can see this last card, it is the, I can see the, it is one of the best card which you got here. So here in the end you're getting the victory here, because this is the card of becoming victorious here. This person, you can see he is returning, and you can see this victorious energy here. So this is card of, you can see that you are finally becoming victorious because of your hard work, because whatever you put your energy into, it is finally being paid off. And so you can expect a bonus, you can expect a reward here. And so here, this is the card of union, trump, and recognition and progress. So you can expect progress when you actually work hard, when you try to socialize, when you try to adjust, and sacrifice might be important. You try to forgive whatever betrayal is there, you try to be practical, and you try to observe here before taking any decision. You try to observe, you try to be bold here, you try to be have that power, inspiration, you try to have that confidence, you're searching for the knowledge. So that is the energy which you need to actually come into to become victorious. So here, some of the important things that you need to remember is that you need to learn a lot from your defeats and experiences, a lot, because here you can see that here there has been some betrayal, might be some betrayal here. So here you need to learn from it, that betrayal or sacrifice is important, because that is giving you the required amount of experience here, so that you can progress in your work. So you need to keep that faith here, because faith is important if you want to progress in life. And finally, victory will be yours, because here we got this victorious card at the end. So victory will be yours. So everything will grow like a tree here, everything will grow like a tree. So you need to have that faith, and you need to search for answers within, because here you can see this energy where the person might be feeling little afraid to start, but you need to actually start working, because if you think what others will think, then it is going to be very difficult to become victorious in life. So here so anyone who has never made, might be any mistake, has never tried anything new. So you need to understand that here, even mistakes, betrayal that you face in your life, that is part of this journey. Whatever betrayal you are facing, whatever this energy that is you're facing, that is sacrifice, that is important, because here we cannot succeed in life without any mistakes. So here, that is the lesson you need to learn. You need to choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. So that means here you need to be in that energy that you love your work, and you need to have that energy that you are having that energy that is 7 in 1, that is, you are fully enough here, you are so capable here, that is 7 in 1. So education breeds confidence. So we are talking about here the confidence here. So you need to educate, you need to search for knowledge. If you want to become successful, you need to have that confidence, and confidence comes with education. So you need to educate, you need to search. Education doesn't mean that you only go to college and degree or get your PhD. It is also about reading books and getting the knowledge, observing. So you need to have that hunger, the thirst for education, thirst for knowledge. And here, that is, make sure your enemies doesn't live between your own two ears. That is, you need to always speak positive words for your own self. You need to avoid saying negative words, negative comment on your own self. You need to have that, you need to come into that energy. So if you haven't found it yet, that keep looking, don't settle. So here that message is that if you didn't found the that success right now, you are not victorious right now, still you need to continue. As you can see, start, ready, steady, go. And the next card is, so you can see this card here, this bird is trying to fly. So you need to be in that energy where you actually start. So you need to ready, steady, and go. So whenever you start, then the next card is victorious. That means if you start working, you will get the victories, because these two cards are together here. That means in order to become victorious, you need to actually start working and actually start taking action. And you need to cut it down. You need to cut down here this betrayal here. You need to cut down all the here the sacrifice which you have done. You need to forgive and move on from this energy here, because this is part of your journey. Will give you experience, but you cannot linger around with this energy here. You need to come into this energy here. You need to come to this energy here, that is victorious energy here. But here this energy which is helping you to get the experience, that is also important, but you cannot always be thinking about all the betrayals and negative things in your life. You need to also think about the positive things in your life. So you need to start doing your work. You need to actually start here doing your work. That is, you need to be the doer here, because the world needs the doer. If you want to become victorious, you need to actually do. So doers are the ones who get success, and if you are not doing the work, then it's very difficult to get the success. So you might be thinking that you want to move in a faster space, but in order to move in a faster space, in order to actually get success, you need to actually start working. So this is the overall energy. If you like this video, please comment and subscribe to the channel. So I will see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 2. So whoever selected this charm, that is the tree charm here. This is tree charm, very pretty charm. And along with that, we have this person who is sitting in a chair, and he might be thinking something and sitting in a chair, and with this beautiful tree charm. So this is your reading. I will see you with the cards. Hello, pile number 2. So whoever has selected pile number 2, these are your cards. So to start with, see the first card. This is the card of 10 of swords. You can see how many swords are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10 swords are there, and here this person is not able to move because of this 10 swords here that is above him, you can see. And this person is lying down. He might not be dead, but he might be not able to move. Actually, he might be able to move, but he is not moving here. So here you might have to face some crisis here in order to become successful. There might be some betrayal. You might be feeling that pain here. You can see this person, he might be feeling that pain. So you might have to face some pain or some crisis, or you need to sacrifice something here in order to become successful. That is, there's some pain is involved here. I can see this person, this energy. You might have to go through this energy to become successful, because pain and sacrifice and betrayal, that is all part of this experience. It is part of this journey in this life, and we all have to go through this suffering in order to become successful. So you need to have that approach, that you need to actually find out what is the fact, what is the problem, and you need to be guided by the practical experience in your life. You need to observe here, and you need to guide it by the practical experience here. So here you need to be creative here. Whatever might you be doing, whatever work you are doing, you need to be creative in that work. It can be a creative work, it might be a business, but whatever it might be, you need to be creative here. You can see this person, he is holding this cup. So here you need to have that romance that is flowing with love here. That is, you are trying to have that charm here, you are trying to have that beauty. So romance doesn't mean that it's only about love relationship. It is also about having that charm, that beauty. So you need to have that charm in you, that creative energy in you, so that you can become successful. You need to come into this creative, charming beautiful energy, where here you need to have that silence, that devotion, that purity, that grace, that elegance in you. And that you can see here some more cards here. So this is the Seven of Swords. That is, here you might have to face a conflict here. You can see this person fighting here, so you also might have to face this conflict here, because here you have seen in previous card also that you might face some betrayal here. So here there might be some conflict involved before you become successful. So you need to go through all those things in order to become victorious, in order to become successful. You have to go through this conflict. So that for that you need to protect yourself. You need to protect yourself. So here you might be surprised, and you might have to be firm and dependable. You need to be loyal. You need to be you need to actually save yourself from the attack here, and you need to save yourself with this flowering rod. That is, here you need to have that devotion, that grace, that elegance, that purity. Even when you're fighting, when you're having that conflict, you still need to have that energy. That is, you're not, you can see this person is fighting, but he's fighting with that flowering rod. That is, here he's trying to protect himself, but he's trying to protect himself with that energy of being silent, being pure, being graceful, and he is trying to be quite careful here. You can see. So you need to protect yourself. Here, pile number 2. In order to become successful, you need to protect yourself. And here there is a warning here that you might not be seeing, you might not be acknowledging whatever you have, those people who support you, those people who help you, your luxury, your blessings. You might not be acknowledging them. So you need to start acknowledging. You need to find out who supports you, who are there for you. So who are your supporting energy, your whole foundation here. So who are supporting you? You need to see it as it is. Even if you don't like the other person, if you don't like them, the other person, whoever is supporting you, but still you need to see it as it is. Even if you don't like them, but they are supporting you, so you need to acknowledge that they are supporting you, even if you don't like them, because they might be helping you, but you are not acknowledging that. So this is a warning that you need to start acknowledging that even if you don't like the other person, you need to acknowledge that they are doing something for you. So here next we can see that we also got this card. Let me take out the card here to show you this card. This is the card of Three of Pentacles. Here you can see this person. He has that coin. He is crafting something. It looks like some building here. He is constructing. So he is like a, you need to be competent here, because here this person looks quite competent. So you need to be competent in whatever you are doing. You need to work and you need to improvise. So here you need to be competent so that people can look up to you, and they admire your good example. So you need to start planning now. File number 2. You need to learn, you need to work in a team, and you need to work for improving your competence. You need to work for your competence here. And you can see here the last card here. So this is the Father of Wands. So we are talking about this card here. So you need to have that open and loving heart here, because here you might have been involved in some healing arts, or you might be doing some work where you need to actually have that open heart, or you need to have that compassion for the other person. So you need to have that compassion for the other person, and you need to be in tune with your life and with your nature. You need to be steady, and but still you need to deal with the conflict here. we see in this pile there is a lot of conflicting energy which might you have to deal with. So even if there is conflict, you need to have that stillness in you. You need to deal conflict with stillness. I was talking about this stillness previously also here in some other cards also, that you need to deal with this conflict with this flowering rod here. Yes, so you cannot just fight. You need to have that silence, that purity, that devotion, and that stillness in you when you're dealing with that conflicting energy here, because simply fighting will not help. You need to have that calmness, you need to have that stillness in you, you need to be steady. So you need to have that power, that boldness, that inspiration here, and you need to be doing that, protecting yourself. You need to protect yourself, but protection, you need to do that, everything you need to do in that energy where you are completely graceful enough. You have that compassion for the other person, even if you are having conflict with the other person, even if there is here betrayal, you need to have that compassion here for the other person here. So here there is a message that the only way to do great work is to love what you do. So you need to have that love for your work here, because here there is a lot of conflict involved. So if you want to become victorious, you need to deal with all those conflict with that stillness, with that mindset, peaceful energy. So if you are not dealing with the allergic reaction, then it can be life threatening. So here you can see here also this energy, this is the Father of Wands. So we are talking about that allergy because it might be poisonous. Here you can see this might be poisonous, but you need to deal. If you're not dealing with this poisonous energy, then it might be difficult, because here you are facing a lot of conflict, but you cannot be poisonous. You cannot react in that way, but you cannot ignore it also. So you need to protect yourself. You cannot ignore that. You cannot ignore that energy. If there is any conflict, you are simply ignoring it, that will not help. So you need to protect yourself, and protection also you need to do. It's very important. You cannot avoid something. If there is conflict, you cannot avoid that conflict. You need to deal with it. You need to protect yourself. So if you're not protecting yourself, then it can be life threatening, it can be dangerous. So here, so pile number 2, this is your reading. So if you like, then please comment and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next reading. Hello pile number 3. So whoever has selected this picture of the goddess, that is Devi Durga, Ma Durga, and along with that we have this charm. So if you selected this pile, then this is your reading, pile number 3. So I will see you along with the cards here. So whoever has selected pile number 3, this is your card. And so to start with, you need to have that authority and that structure to become successful. So here you need to come into this energy to become successful. You need to be have that power, that authority. You need to be rule conscious. You need to have this muscular energy in you to become victorious. That is, I'm not talking about male or female, but I'm talking about the energy that you need to be, have that power, that muscular energy to become successful. You need to complete a cycle here to become successful. You need to complete one cycle in order to become victorious. In order to become successful, you need to have that integration, unity. In order to become victorious, you need to go through actually a journey here to become successful. You need to go through this journey to become successful. You need to have that creativity in you. You need to have that creativity in you. You need to have the charm, that romance to become victorious. You need to have that beauty here. You need to be more creative to become successful. You need to become more disciplined here. You need to be disciplined, and you need to have that discipline in order to become successful. That means you need to be in that energy You need to have that happiness in you. You need to enjoy, because here a lot of abundance might be coming, a lot of luxury might be coming here for you. Healthy home, happy home might be coming, luxury might be coming, so you need to enjoy that. So here you need to have that control and that devotion. So I'm talking about this control again and again, so that might be very important. So here you need to have that control, you need to have that devotion. If you have to need to have that courage, if you want to become successful, you want to become victorious, so you need to be in that energy where you have complete control over your decision. Because here life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% is how you react to it. That means you need to have full control over all your decisions in your life. And you also need to, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Because here we are talking about this energy here, no, we are talking about this energy here, that is here. So where we talk, no, here we talked about this energy where you need to uh, you need to have that creativity in you, you need to have that uh, romance, you need to have that beauty in you. That means you need to love what you need, whatever you are doing. Only when you love whatever you're doing, you can become successful. You also need to have that full control here. Anything which is not going according to what you want or what is in the way of your success, you need to fully terminate that, and you need to have that control in your life. So start where you are and change the ending. So you need to start wherever you are in your life right now. In order to become victorious, you need to start so that you can change the ending. So if you haven't found it yet, then keep looking, don't settle. So if you are not in that energy where you are fully successful here, fully successful here, you need to keep going, you need to complete working, because here there is a cycle going on. So you need to keep going here. So here ultimately, who is going to be the winner? You are going to be the winner, because here there is a confirmation that you are going to be a winner, because you are very unique here, and you are doing all your duties here, all your prescribed duties you are doing here. And time and tides, it waits for none. That means here this cycle you can see, if you have to go through this journey, if you're not going through this journey, then you cannot become victorious. So you need to complete these cycles, because time is not waiting for anyone. So be satisfied here. I have seen somewhere here you are quite a lot not enjoying here, you are not enjoying the pentacles here. So you need to be satisfied, you need to enjoy, you need to be satisfied here. Whatever you are getting, that is more than enough. You need to have that thinking, you need to be satisfied with whatever you are, and you need to change, you need to change whatever is negative here. You need to be satisfied here, and you will be going to the top here, because here we got the word top. That means you will become successful here, and whatever was stopping you in the past, that is going to get removed here. Because here ultimately you are going to get that experience, you are having that experience of becoming successful in life, because you are going through this cycle, you are trying to work hard, you are trying to have that control, security, you are being creative. If you are being creative, if you are being having that control, that rigidity, if you are having trying to have that security, and you are trying to enjoy in this journey, you're trying to take this as a journey, and you are trying to have that authority structure, then you can become victorious. So this is your reading, pile number 3. If you like the video, then please comment and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 4. So whoever has selected this beautiful angel along with this scenery, so this is pile number 4 and this is your reading. So I'm going to see you with the cards here. Hello, pile number 4. These are your cards. So to start with, we have this card, that is 5 of Pentacles here. So in this card you can see this, they are moving away from this situation here, but here this is in reverse. That means here you need to face some disorder, but it is going to make you victorious. That is, you are going to get this wealth, this Pentacles. You're going to get that and you are going to be successful. But here there might be some disorder that you need to go through, but here victory is going to be yours, because here we got this card. That is, you need to be a little bit careful here, because here also this person is holding this pentacle here. That is, here you need to be in that energy where you can hold the coin. That is, you need to plan, because if you want to hold the coin you need to take action. So for that you need to plan here, and you need to actually start taking some action. But here you also need to be careful about any kind of risk which might be there here, and you need to be realistic here and quite careful energy. You need to come into a careful energy where you are careful about what is happening, and you are quite realistic, and you're planning for this pentacle here. You can see this person is holding this pentacle, so you need to plan for this pentacle. So pentacle that might not be wealth, but it might be something which you want to get, so you need to start planning for that. So here you need to have that wisdom, and you need to be tolerant enough, and you need to be diplomatic here also. You need to be careful, you need to be have that wisdom. That means you need to gain knowledge, you need to be diplomatic. And other than that, you also can see here this joyful energy here. That is, they are enjoying this peaceful company here. So you also need to come into that energy where you are trying to become more peaceful, you are trying to have that harmony in your life. So in order to become victorious, you need to be peaceful, and you need to have that tolerance, you need to have that wisdom in you, and you also need to be diplomatic here. And here if you see the cards here, here we can see that there might be some confusion here, there might be some doubt here, and you might feel that powerlessness here, because here we got this card. That is this, you can see this is 9 of Swords, 5 6 7, sorry, this is 5 6 7 8, 8 of Swords. So this is 8 of Swords, and this is 2 of Rods. That is, we are talking about this energy where you need to have that confidence here, because there might be some confusion. You need to have that foresightedness, because here you need to come into that energy where you know what to do, how to do, so that you can avoid those confusing energy here, because there might be a lot of confusion here. As the cards are showing me that there might be some confusion here, there might be some self-doubt, but here you need to have that foresightedness. You need to forecast what might happen, what you need to do, you need to plan. So that is the message coming here. So here you need to understand, what might happen, you need to gain the knowledge, and you need to plan. And you also need to make a difference here, make a difference by gaining the knowledge, by making plan, by finding out what might happen in the future. So here make sure your worst enemy don't live between your own 2 ears. That means you need to be careful about what you are speaking about yourself, and you also need to be authentic here. Authenticity is important, because here we are getting some confusing energy here. We are getting some confusing energy, and you need to have that confidence, and you also need to have that gentleness here, because that gentleness will help you become victorious. Because here overall I can see that there is some disorder, there might be some disorder, but here you can become successful by being careful here, by being realistic, by gaining knowledge, by being diplomatic, and by being tolerant and careful here. you also need to come into that peaceful energy where you are trying to be in harmony with your community, with your family. In order to become victorious, you need to have that energy. That is, you need to have this positive relationship in and around you. And you also need to have that foresightedness. You need to think about, you need to plan about the future. You need to think about and plan about the future, what is going to happen, what might happen. You need to actually see, and you need to plan it in advance if you want to become victorious. So pile number 4, this is your reading. So if you like the reading, then please leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next reading. Hello pile number 5. So if you selected this cat charm, this cute cat charm, along with this person, that is, this is an old person who is walking towards this house. So this is your reading. So I will see you along with the cards. Hello pile number 5. These are your cards. The first card we got is the card of lovers. So here you need to have this kind of loving relationship here. That is, this lover cards, it signifies this relationship which is very, very loving here, very, very caring relationship. So here you need to have that relationship, you need to form that relationship in order to become victorious. And you need to come into this energy where you are having this lovely relationship, and you need to value values here, and you need to be loyal. That is, if you are loyal, then you can become victorious. So this card signifies that you need to be loyal, and if you are already loyal, then you need to continue with this energy. And if you are having that loving relationship, you are loyal, and you are able to value all your values, you are having the values, then you will be successful, you will be victorious. And here you can see this person praying. So you also need to come into this energy, you need to pray, you need to connect with God. And here you need to meditate, you need to meditate, and you need to have that calmness. You need to be distant, because you need some time for yourself, you need some time to connect with the divine, you need some time so that you can connect with God. And if you connect with God, then you can become successful here. So this is the energy here. So you need to also have that faith here. So here you need to have that faith that you can become successful. You need to have that you can say that you need to get that education, you need to get that knowledge, that you actually have that in you. You need to have that awareness that you have the knowledge. And if you are not having the knowledge, then you need to gather the knowledge. So you need to get yourself educated, you need to learn the skills, you need to learn the subject, you need to, whatever you might be thinking about, you need to actually invest your time, and you need to get the knowledge, be aware about it, and you need to be more I can say that connected. You need to be connected. You can see this 2 of cups here, these two persons are connected here. So you need to be connected, and you need to have that connection, loving relationship. So this reading, this pile here, we can see this loving relationship is repeating, because here you can see all the cards here signifies about some relationship, loving relationship. So you might be asking about your partner here, or might be it might be about career, but here wherever it might be, relationships are very important in your pile. So here also again we are getting this 2 of cups here. So 2 of cups is repeating here 2 times here, 2 of cups is repeating. So here it might be that you need to have this loving relationship where you can share this cup, and you see these 2 roses. That means here both the parties are willing to share that cup of love here. So you need to form that relationship where both the parties, they share that loving relationship. And here we can see that there is some conflict going on, there is some tension, There is some, you can see that might be some competition here that you might have to deal with in order to form that loving relationship or to become victorious. So you need to go through that tension here, you need to go through that competition here in order to become successful. So relationships are important, and not only relationships, in relationships you need to have that love here, because here love everywhere you can see all the cards are about love here. That means wherever you see, you need to be connected. Here also you are connected, here also you are connected, here also you can, all the cards signifies that you need to be connected to someone in a relationship, and you need to be educate yourself about that relationship. Everything is about relationship. You need to actually face some conflict here, and you need to connect with God here. So even if it's about career, you need to have relationships so that you can progress in your career, you can be victorious. You need to connect with God here, and you need to resolve and face all the conflicts here. So here you can see from the cards here that your time is limited here, and so don't waste it living someone else's life. That means here there is a confirmation that you need to actually spend your time doing what you need to do. You should not be thinking about what others might think, because all of our time is limited here. In this lifetime we have some our time is limited. That is, time is very valuable, so you need to value that time period which is given to you in order to resolve that conflict, in order to pray, in order to have that loving relationship. You need to do all these things within that limited time. So be proud of your work. So that means you have already completed a lot of work here. Whatever reading is being done, you might have completed some of this work here. So you are in the way of becoming victorious here. So some of you might so here there is a message, you can't do it unless you imagine it. So some of you are still in that stage where you haven't imagined about becoming successful in life. So you need to first start with that imagination here, that you can become successful, you can become victorious. So live better by finding your purpose. So you need to find your purpose. What is your purpose in life? What you want to do? If you want to become victorious, you need to find your life purpose. And career change, there might be some career change here for some of you, because here we have seen that in all the messages there is a you can see that you need to find your life purpose. So when you try to find your life purpose, then means that you might like to change your career also. Work on it daily. So here you need to work on your whatever is your purpose, whatever is your goal, you need to work on it every day. So here write your own book instead of reading someone else's book about success. That means here you might have been looking into the definition of what other people are giving you about success. So you don't need to worry about what other people think here. You need to have your own definition of what success really means. You don't have to read someone else's book, and you learn a lot from your own defeat and experience. So you are learning a lot from this defeat, from this experience. You can see here there has been this fight going on, so you are learning from this defeat, you are learning from this conflict here. So that is an experience. So you should not be sad about this conflict which might happen, or which might be you might have faced some conflict here. So imagination will take you everywhere. So if you imagine, you can become successful. So here you can come into that energy where you are successful if you are able to imagine. So imagination is very important here. So you can see here this card also, and this bird is sitting here, and there is a key here, you can see. So this key is with you, but if you are not imagining that this key can be utilized, then you cannot do it. So you need to actually imagine that this key can open the door. So that imagination is very important. So opportunity don't happen, you create them. So you need to create that opportunity by starting working on yourself. If you want to become victorious, you need to actually start working and Dreams are extremely important. So here repeatedly we are getting that confirmation that you need to dream, you need to imagine, you need to have your own definition of what is success. So imagination is very important for you. You are sunshine in someone's life. So here there is a double, I can not say double, here is so many confirmation that this is about some relationship here. There is someone who thinks of you very highly. You are sunshine for someone here. You are very important for someone here. And that person is very important for your victory. That person is going to contribute towards your success, because here we can see that your success is related to your person here, or whoever thinks highly of you, whoever thinks you as a sunshine. So that person is very lucky for you, because here there is a confirmation that someone related to your this relationship is very very lucky for you. Because here, in order to become victorious, you need to have that loving relationship with that person. So they are very lucky for you. So continue to work hard. So other than that, if you don't continue to work hard, then you cannot reap the benefits. So you also need to give your 100%. You need to work hard if you want to become victorious. And you need to also find some other important points which might be related in this relationship, in this career, whichever work you are doing. You need to find out what are the important points and you need to work towards. So here you need to might have to record something here. Recording might be important. You need to have some, might be international events. You might be planning to go to some international events, or some events you might be planning to visit someone in event, or you organize some event. Something related to an event might be important here, that is related to your success. So you need to see how it resonates, this event and international and record, because these are some words which we got in your reading. So pile number 5, this is your reading. If you like this video, then please subscribe and comment. I will see you in the next reading. Hello pile number 6. So if you selected this beautiful butterfly here along with this picture here, this is the person, you can see the buildings here. So this is your pile, that is pile number 6, and I will see you along with the cards here. Hello pile number 6. So these are your cards. So to start with, we have the King of Pentacles here. So here you can see this person, he is having a lot of wealth, a lot of growth here. So here you need to come into this energy where you are very ambitious here. So in order to become victorious, you need to be ambitious here. So there is a clear message that you need to have the discipline here. You need to have the security. You need to work for your security. You need to work for, you need to be ambitious. You need to be hardworking in order to become victorious here. And you need to you can see this person, he's trying to take away the swords here. So here you need to have some strategy in order to become successful, in order to become victorious here. You need to have this you can see there's a lot of pentacles here. So here you need to have that investment. You need to make some, might be some changes here. You need to have that perseverance, and you need to expect for reward, because here you are doing your work, you are becoming ambitious, you are working hard, you are disciplined, and you are working for your security. And because of that, you need to expect reward, because if you are not expecting reward, that means you are not actually giving your 100% here. So you need to expect reward, and you need to actually start investing, and you need to make some changes. Some changes are required here. Positive changes are required here. So here you also need to tolerate and let go of all the egoism which is there in and around you, because here there might be some conflict here. And you might have to face some conflict here. We can see this person with the swords here. So this is 5 of swords here. So here this is about some kind of conflict or tolerance. You might have to tolerate something here in order to become victorious. And you can also see here this rainbow for you. Okay, so this is again Six of Swords here, but here we have beautiful rainbow here. So here you need to have that strength here, because here we can see also the rainbow here, and here we can see that this card. So here there is a confirmation that you need to have that strength, you need to have that honesty, you need to have that leadership quality in you, because you can see this lion here, it's in the backside, in the background of this card. So here you need to have that strength, you need to have that honesty, you need to be dependable, and you need to act like a leader here. So you need to be a person of action here. So here strength and action is very important here. You need to have the strength, you need to take action in order to become victorious. That is the message which is coming here, very powerful. That is, you need to be action oriented, you need to be having the strength, and you also have to might be take some rest here, take some rest. You need to move out, go for a trip, enjoy with your friends, and have that traveling might be important here, because traveling or rest, whichever you want to do, just to have that, just to come into that energy where you are feeling that joyfulness in you. If you want to take rest or you want to travel, but that should be something which is giving you that joyful energy here. So that is required in order to become successful here. And what else you need to do? So here there is a message that you need to actually write your own book instead of reading someone else's book about success. So this message came previously also, that you need to make some strategy for your own ambition. You don't have to look into others what they are doing, you need to look what you are doing. You can see this person carrying the sword, so you need to be conscious of what you are doing, what are your dreams. Rather than thinking of what others are doing, you need to think about what you are doing, what are your dreams. And education is important here, because here you need to have that confidence here. So education is very important, because here you are wanting to become more secure and ambitious. For that you need education, and you learn a lot from your defeat and your experience. So here there is some experience here, some bad experience might be, so there from there you are learning what you are doing, you are learning. And some kind of allergic reaction that we are talking about here, if you're ignoring, then that can be dangerous here. So conflict, you need to face the conflict, you cannot avoid completely this conflict. Yes, you need to have that peaceful energy, you need to be very careful whenever there is a conflict, but you cannot totally ignore, because conflict are there to give us some experience about life. So create your own future. So you need to create your own future by working, by making some strategy here. And here we have this determination is nothing without dedication and hard work. So here a lot of hard work is required. If you want to become successful, you need to actually start working. That is, you need to have this hard work, you need to do hard work. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. So if you want to change some career or you want to start something new, so it's never late, it's never late. There is a confirmation. So imagination will be take you everywhere. So if you imagine, then you can make this new beginning possible here. So, and what else, we got this modesty, so it might be important. Then we also got this, you are enough, it's time to believe in it. So you are enough, that is the message. You need to believe that you have that strength here, you have that ability. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. So if you think that you cannot become victorious, then it's not correct. You will become victorious, but you need to look for it. If you want, you need to look for it. Beginning is always the hardest. So if you are just beginning right now, then it might be the most difficult part in your journey, but later on things will become easy for you. Success is sure. So here confirmation is there that you will get the victory here. Being a good man is something you do, not most you do, not something you are. So whatever action you are taking, that is making you a good man. Not, it's not something which you are born with it, it is something which you do. It's your karma, it's your work, it's your action. So we are talking about here also action oriented is very important. You need to be action oriented. Make sure your worst enemies don't lie between your own two ears. That means here you need to always speak positive things about yourself. Most important relationship is the one you have with yourself, so you need to have that relationship with yourself. And here you might also have to find out some important points here which might help you in your journey. So you need to actually bullet it out in you need to find out what are the important points which will help you in your journey. You need to search for it and you need to work for it. So that is your reading pile number 6. If you like it, then comment and subscribe to the channel, and if you have any suggestion for the next video, then please comment. Thank you for watching the video.